This is The Key to Retirement, Episode 10.
In a world where your retirement is not just a date in the far-off future, where fears of whether or not you're ready, both financially and emotionally, consume your mind, you feel the need to take control, to take action. Now there's a place where the secrets to retiring well are revealed to those who believe. KeyToRetirement.ca. Ease your mind.
Hello and welcome to The Key to Retirement online at KeyToRetirement.ca. I'm Scott.
And I'm Kathy. We're here to help you get answers to all of your retirement questions so that you can confidently make the transition from working to not working and retire with the lifestyle you've only dreamed about.
By revealing the common mistakes made by retirees when planning for retirement, we'll show you exactly what you need to do and what to be aware of, even if you're already retired. In this edition of The Key to Retirement, I'm going to talk about when you should take your Canada Pension Plan. And in today's bonus segment, we're going to show you how to get a free report titled 12 Key Questions You Must Ask a Financial Planner Before You Hire One. Because if you're in the market for a financial planner, there are certain things you need to know before you can make a good hiring decision.
So Scott, what's new?
I've been having some really interesting conversations with clients recently.
Because of the dismal state of the markets?
Well, yes and no. I mean, yes, because that's where the conversation usually starts. And then we review the research on what you should do when the markets crash. But that conversation begins and ends pretty quickly as a result of our analysis. The conversation then moves on to a more important one. And by the end of that discussion, they're usually really quite confident with everything that they're doing.
Why are they so confident?
Because of what they learned during the discussion. You see, during our review meetings, we take a look at one very special report that clearly illustrates whether or not a client has or will have enough wealth to accomplish their financial goals. And what is extremely interesting about this report is that it very clearly illustrates the difference between good wealth and bad wealth.
There's a bad kind of wealth?
Oh, yes, there is. The bad kind of wealth is the kind that you can't easily convert into cash flow. The kind that you would find in, say, your house. The equity in your house can be seen as bad wealth, when it comes to retirement income planning anyway. But the great thing is that our analysis very clearly illustrates the level of good wealth to bad wealth and allows our clients to see exactly what their options are in the future to ensure a comfortable retirement. Recognizing today that A, there's enough wealth to accomplish a client's financial goals, but B, that the wealth is not distributed properly allows clients to better understand what they're on track for and allows them to mentally prepare for what could be necessary in the future. It's the closest thing to fortune telling I've ever seen.
Is this new?
Yes, new and improved, actually. The great thing is that we're able to recalibrate a client's plan using current values to show them exactly what their impact is on their ability to achieve their financial goals. All because we went through the Kaizen financial planning process with them initially. Do we have better information to draw upon to make great decisions?
And clients are liking this?
Oh yeah, anything that can build a client's confidence in what they're doing is a step in the right direction. It's a good thing.
Sounds to me like this information will give clients a sense of control, and that can only help them weather the uncertainty of the markets. I like it.
And now for the feature segment.
Have you ever wondered when the right time is to take your Canada Pension Plan? I mean, if you take it early, you take a reduction, but you get it for longer. If you take it later, they enhance it, but you may not get it for as long. Or should you just take it at age 65 and be done with it? Well, there is a right answer. And there's a specific right answer for you. So we're going to talk about that in today's episode. So the question, should you take a reduced Canada Pension Plan now or a full Canada Pension Plan later? We're going to talk about that right now. So the first thing, the question is, well, let's just talk about what Canada Pension Plan is. What is the Canada Pension Plan? Well, there's a definition, and the definition is the Canada Pension Plan, or CPP as it's known, is a retirement pension. And it provides a monthly taxable benefit to retired contributors. You qualify to receive a Canada Pension Plan if you worked and made a contribution to the plan and are at least 60 years of age, as long as you qualify for what's called the work cessation test. So now, starting in 2012, the work cessation test will be eliminated. So what is this work cessation test? Well, the work cessation test basically said that you had to stop work for 2 months before you could begin receiving benefits. So as of 2012, that test will no longer be there. So when can those who qualify receive the Canada Pension Plan? Well, the earliest you can begin to receive your pension plan is age 60. And if you want to receive your CPP prior to age 65, so starting in 2012, you're going to be penalized more than prior to 2012. So the new rules state this, that if you begin to collect your Canada Pension Plan prior to age 65, for each month prior to your 65th birthday, you will be penalized 0.6%. So if you begin to collect your pension at the age of 60, you will be basically electing to accept a 36% reduction in your pension plan. The latest you can defer receiving your pension is age 70. So if you elect not to receive it until age 70, then that's fine. You're going to get an enhancement. And now they've made some changes to that as well. So for every month you elect to wait past age 65 to receive your pension, you'll receive an enhancement to the benefit. And the enhancement is equal to 0.7% per month. Or to put it another way, if you waited until you were 70 to receive your pension, you would receive a 42% enhancement to your pension. There are no further benefits to deferring your pension beyond age 70. So don't think if you just keep on waiting and waiting and waiting, you're going to get more and more. Basically, at age 70, that's when you have to start receiving it. So the first thing you want to do is you need to get an estimate of what your pension is going to be. So if you're approaching retirement, it's important that you obtain an estimate for your pension. Now, what I'm going to do in the show notes, I'm going to post a link to the website that you can go to get this, and it's called the Canada Retirement Income Calculator. So basically, head to the keytoretirement.ca, go into the podcast episode 10, and there under the show notes, you'll see a link to this calculator, and then that will help you in getting an estimate of your pension. So now, the common questions we're going to answer. So number one, how do I decide when to take my pension? This question, I can't tell you the number of times I get asked this question. And unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. I'd love to say to everybody, here's the answer. We've done the math. This is when it's right for you. Because there's lots to consider when asking this question. So the factors that you must consider to answer the question properly are as follows. Number one, are you still working and contributing to the CPP? You see, if you're still working and contributing to the CPP, your continued contributions will enhance your CPP when you finally decide to stop working and receive benefits. The next thing is, how long have you contributed for? The longer you contribute, the more you will receive when you finally do collect. So if you haven't contributed much, you're not going to get very much. So if you can contribute for more years, that's going to enhance your benefit. What are your other sources of retirement income? And this one's very important. I mean, CPP income is taxable income. So if you're electing to collect, adding more income to your plan early could push you into a higher tax bracket. And if you don't need the extra income, this could prove to be an unnecessary exercise. The next thing you want to ask yourself is, how's your health? If your health is poor, so that you would expect maybe a shortened life expectancy, you may want to start collecting early to ensure you receive as much of the benefit throughout your lifetime as possible. So, if there's something that's basically in your DNA that maybe is going to shorten your life expectancy, consider just starting it at 60 anyways, because that's going to guarantee you're going to get the most number of months under your belt. Because the bottom line is we just don't know when we're going to leave this planet. And so that just allows you to start and put basically everything in your favor. What are your retirement plans? So the first question is, do you want to retire? I mean, do you need to retire? Just because the money is available to you and it doesn't mean you have to accept it. So you could defer it. You could wait until 65. You could defer it to 70. The question is, do you want to retire now? And if you're not retired and you're still working, maybe you should hold off collecting it. So really ask yourself, what are your retirement plans? Get very, very clear on what your retirement plans are so you can get a better idea of when the right time is for you. So another question that we get quite often is, if I stop working past the age of 60, but delay receiving my pension, will this be better or worse for me? Well, for many in this situation, the extra 5 years of no income, so if you stopped at age 60, waited to age 65, those extra 5 years when you're not working will reduce your overall CPP benefit. You see, this happens because in essence, you're lowering your average wage over the life of the plan by including the zero income years. So when they're averaging your wages, if you've got 5 years where there was no income, then that's going to be factored into the calculation. And in essence, that could and probably will reduce the benefit you receive. Final question is, how do I apply? Well, that's pretty straightforward, and everything you need to know about applying can be found through our link in the show notes. I mean, there's a lot there. Basically, just go to our website, click on the show notes for episode 10, and there you'll be taken to the website where you get all the information you need in order to apply. So, in summary, my recommendation for people is to assess their own situation in conjunction with their overall financial plan. You see, in most cases, you're best to begin collecting your CPP when you need to and not before. If you're looking for extra retirement income to supplement your lifestyle, start collecting it. If your retirement income is enough to sustain your lifestyle, consider deferring it based on some of the other comments we made earlier, such as, are you healthy and do you expect a long life? If your health is an issue and your life expectancy is shorter than average, consider taking it early to ensure that you receive as much benefit as possible. There is no rule of thumb, but there is one right answer for you. The right answer for you can really only be found through financial planning. You see, financial planning is the key. It always has been and always will be. Make sure you're answering your financial planning questions from an educated standpoint. And the education can only come from a comprehensive financial plan. So that's one of the reasons why in this bonus segment, we're going to give you a report. We're going to show you how to get a report called 12 Key Questions You Must Ask a Financial Planner Before You Hire One. Because we strongly, strongly urge you to go out there, start working with a CFP, and we're going to give you the tools that you need in order to make that decision on who's the right CFP to work with. In other episodes, and if you go into, I think one of the original episodes, in some of the original episodes, we actually talk about a website you can go to. If you go to www.fpsc.ca, there you can search for a CFP or a list of CFPs that are in your area. In the report that you're going to be able to get by hitting the link on our show notes, you can get this report and it will allow you to ask the right questions when you're interviewing a CFP. So financial planning is so critical. Doing a comprehensive financial plan makes huge amount of sense when you're trying to answer these questions, because you can actually put into the financial plan the scenario of, well, if I retire early, what does that do to my overall financial situation? If I retire and start collecting my CPP at 65 or even defer it till 70, is that going to be better or worse for me? And we can model all that for you. So definitely take advantage of the financial planning. It's such a key component to making good decisions. Without a financial plan, you may just end up making the wrong decisions and not even knowing about it. So set up a financial plan. Definitely listen to the bonus segment. We're going to talk about where you can get the special report. Get your special report and start the interview process and get a good financial planner to work with today.
It's time for the Key to Retirement bonus segment.
In today's bonus segment, I'm going to tell you how you can obtain your free copy of the special report titled 12 Key Questions You Must Ask a Financial Planner Before You Hire One. This report will show you exactly what questions to ask any financial planner you decide to interview. The questions have been designed to illustrate to the planner that you're serious about the relationship, and they've been designed in such a way that by the end of the discussion, you will have a very clear picture of the services you'll be receiving and the costs involved in obtaining those services. If the planner you are interviewing embraces these questions and answers them completely and to your satisfaction, you should put them on your A list. You should then be choosing the planner you work with from this A list. So click on the link in the show notes and download your free report. Believe me, you'll be glad you did.
An abundance of other resources such as this one can be found through the Kaizen financial planning process, exclusively offered by one of Canada's top fee financial planning firms, Iron Shield Financial Planning. To receive 2 initial meetings with one of Iron Shield Financial Planning's certified financial planners, specifically trained to work with Canadian retirees and those contemplating retirement, visit ironshield.ca. The Kaizen financial planning process, helping you manage what you can't afford to lose.
You've been listening to the purveyors of freedom and fulfillment and the creators of the Kaizen financial planning process, Scott and Kathy. Scott and Kathy invite you to discover one of their most popular free presentations, 6 mistakes retirees make with their finances and how to avoid them. This presentation's been designed for investors 60 and over who are planning to retire or have already retired and who want to avoid these costly mistakes. Visit freefinancialplanningvideos.com now to sign up for this exclusive free video series, plus the free Kaizen Financial Planning Internet newsletter. Watch the videos directly from your computer. Upon sign up, you'll get instant access to this plain English, eye-opening video presentation pulled directly from the Kaizen Financial Planning process. Go now to freefinancialplanningvideos.com. Iron Shield Financial Planning and the Kaizen Financial Planning process, helping you manage what you can't afford to lose.